Hello, I'm Bex. Welcome to my channel, Black Whisper Crafts, and to 100 Days of Junk Journal Tags, which is hosted by Cindy A. Lewis, and I'm collaborating with her each day for 100 days. We each will be making a video where we will be creating a tag. Today it is the standard rectangular tag, and join me as we create it. And here is the book that is available on Cindy A. Lewis's Coffee Shop, and I will leave that information in my description box, but I just sewed around mine and then I cut it out and glued it onto another piece for a nice sturdy cover. And I had my neighbor happen to have one of these cinch binder machines, so I went over there and she hadn't done it in a long time, so together between both of us we got it cinch bound, and that was a fun thing. I had never done that before. It's a fun little machine. But anyway, this is the 100 Days of Junk Journal Tags. I'm so excited to be collaborating with Cindy A. Lewis. And today we are going to be doing the very first day. It's a standard rectangular tag. We're going to need cardstock, scissors, or a paper trimmer, hole punch, ribbon, or twine. That's all you need. So I have some scrap papers. So I thought I would go ahead and just use them. And the size for today is 3 inches by 6 inches. But as Cindy says, just adjust it to whatever you need. These are not strenuous rules at all. They're just little guidelines. It's just to get you going. And I have marked it at 6 inches here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my paper trimmer here to cut that at 6. I marked it because this paper trimmer only goes to 5 inches. Let's just cut it here at 6 inches. See, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, have another little piece for later. And then it says 3 by 6, but I think I'm going to do like 3.5. Just do whatever suits you. And this is a rectangular tag, so we are going to cut that off. And here is a rectangular tag right there. That is it. Now what we need to do is we need to punch a hole right here. But first of all, I am going to cover it with some scrap, little piece of scrap I have here. I hope it's big enough. Let's see. Whew, I think that is just big enough. Yes, that is just big enough. So let's just put some glue stick on it here. And you can use stamping, you can glue scraps of paper on it, you can stencil, you can do whatever you would like. But we have our basic rectangular shape. And I think I'm going to go around these edges with a little bit stronger, my PVA glue here. Since that is pretty thin paper, that's why I use the glue stick in the middle. And you really don't even have to cover it with any kind of paper. But I am doing a boho journal series in the month of January. So I thought it would be fun to just go ahead and make a rectangular tag for that. And it's bright colors, so this is perfect. So I think we're going to just go straight down on it there. Just like that. When you turn it over, whew, almost... Did I? Yes, I did. I did just fine. Let me reach over here and get this so we can just use the back of it. You can use anything to, I think it's called burnishing. I could be wrong. I don't have that tool, so I just use whatever's flat and handy. And this worked for today. There we go. That is nice. So let's go ahead and trim this off. Just trim off the edges here. There we go. Okay, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. Now that we have the scrap paper onto my piece of scrap for our rectangular tag, I am going to mark it so I will get it right in the middle, because I know this probably may not be, my pattern may not be in the middle. So I am going to come over here And we did 3.5. So let's see, get my little ruler here. I always forget about my center ruler. And that was the whole reason I purchased it, so that I could find the center easily. So let's just go here. There's 2. Quickly get it here. There's right there is the center, right on that dot right there. So it's almost to the center. So I'm going to take my hole punch. I know this hole punch has been everywhere with me. I don't remember how many years I've had it, but I love it. It's just always there. And there we have it. So cool. Super easy. But what I'm going to do right now is just ink up these edges just a little bit with my vintage photo. You don't have to do this, but I just kind of think I want just get those edges a little bit here. And then we'll just add a little bit of vintage photo here to kind of vintage it up. And we'll do the back too. And inking is not necessary at all. If you don't like to ink, you can just skip that part. But I'll just kind of go around that hole there. We'll do it on the front. That looks awesome. Just leave that there. We may need that in a moment. And I do have some, I think this, it's kind of salmon color maybe. I think that color will go with it. I think that will just look just perfect there. So I'm just going to fold it in half. Let's cut this off. We're not going to need all of this. And I'm just going to make it really small on the end that I folded it. Just push it through here. And we will open that up and then pull it through. And there, our tag is complete, our rectangular tag. Looks so pretty. I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to get a picture or a little digital or something to go on the front. Here is the picture that I have. I think that she will match perfectly right there. Let's go ahead and ink up around the edges before we put it on there. There we go. Let's vintage her up a little bit. Just a little here. There. I think that looks good. Now let's get the glue, and we will glue her right in the center. I think that'd just be so pretty. Here we go, right there. I think those colors look really good together. Very nice. I really like that. I think that turned out really, really nice. And that is our standard rectangular tag. I did mine 6 inches by 3.5 inches. Just punch the hole and put the ribbon through. And tomorrow we will be doing an angled corner tag. And I'm Bex with Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.